I'll turn the temperature up slightly to keep an eye on your potatoes. Nearly done. Buon pomeriggio. Today I will be cooking a simple and delicious recipe which has got three different dishes. It's lemon chicken with roast potatoes and Cavolo Nero, which is kale. They will all be done in the hob, economizing on electricity as we will not be using the oven. I'll start by dealing with the chicken. I've got here a couple of breast of chicken. It's just myself and Julie, my wife, eating today. So I'm only cooking for 2 people. I'll start by slicing the chicken and with a sharp knife go on an angle, and I will be doing some strips. Hold the knife slightly on an angle and you will get some nice slices of chicken. I've got some plain flour which I will be putting in a plastic container. I will be using most probably the equivalent of 2.5 spoons. Add the chicken to the flour and mix it, ensuring that every piece of chicken is covered by flour effectively. You want to make sure that no lumps are left on the chicken and it's just a nice easy coating. There, you can see that all of the chicken is nicely covered and we got some flour left over at the bottom. Next I will be squeezing a lemon. I know it's a little bit of a sad affair, but that's the best I could find in my fridge today. I don't know if I have many fresh lemons, but the juice is mostly what I need. I use my finger to get all of the lemon through. And I will be keeping this because I'll make myself a lemon tea in a little while. From one other half of the lemons I have cleaned the inside from the leftover stuff, and I'm now going to slice it into little strips, and you will see why that is later when we start cooking the chicken. I have just boiled my kettle and I'll pour some boiling hot water on top of my lemon peel, and I will leave it there for approximately 30 seconds, just enough to remove the bitterness from the white part of the lemon. There, job done. We are ready now to fry the chicken, and I will be using a little butter rather than olive oil, as chicken tastes much better with butter, but by all means you can use olive oil if you wish. So I will add that to the pan and I'll wait until it melts. The butter is melted, ensure the pan is covered, turn the temperature slightly down, maybe just slightly higher than medium, and one by one start putting in your chicken in with the butter, making sure that you leave the excess flour behind. Please ensure that you throw the leftover flour away, as it's been in contact with chicken and it can no longer be used really. While the chicken is sizzling, I'll make my lemon tea with the leftover lemon. Ironically, lemon tea is what tends to be consumed in Italy when you have a cup of tea. Not that they are big tea drinkers, but they drink more coffee. But when they have tea, they actually have lemon tea. So I'm sticking to my Italian traditions. Not all the time. I do like also an English cup of tea. As the chicken starts sizzling, you turn it around a little to make sure that it cooks throughout. You can see that it's already developing a nice golden coating. As I mentioned before, try to stick to a temperature which is not too hot but not too low either, because you do want it to sizzle. So I've got mine on a number 6 at the moment. The top is number 9, the lowest is number 1, to give you some context. I'm glad I'm here cooking. I've been really cold today. It's approximately 0 degrees outside, and when I'm in my little den I get nice and warm, so it's actually a very pleasant experience for more than one reason. Keep turning and tossing it to ensure that everything is nice and brown. Also, don't be afraid, you can be quite rough as long as you don't scratch your pan. That's why I'm using a rubber tongue here. As you can see, I can multitask. I'm peeling a potato while cooking the chicken. Okay, the chicken is nearly ready. Has been cooking for approximately 10 minutes. And what we are going to be doing next is add the lemon that I squeezed earlier, and I'll pour it all over it. I will also add the same quantity in water. I'll turn the temperature up slightly, and I'll carry on with my mixing. You can add some salt at this stage. Besides a wonderful smell coming up, you can see that this little creamy sauce is beginning to form. That is clearly a combination of the flour, the lemon and the water I've just added. I will let it cook for another minute or so, and then it will be ready. Okay, it's ready. I'm going to place the lid on and leave it on one side while I get on with my potato next. You saw me multitasking and peeling the potato earlier, and I'm now going to chop it into small cubes. I'll go one large potato. As I mentioned, it's just myself and Julie tonight, so one potato is plenty for what I'm about to do. And I'll do it in approximately 1 to 2 centimeters cubes, so that they all cook at the same time. Come here, you. In a different pan, we will be adding a little olive oil. And have a sip of my lemon tea while it gets to temperature. Very nice. Okay, we're ready. Off we go. Add the potatoes. Give them a mix to ensure that the oil covers them all up. And start with a fairly hot temperature for the first couple of minutes. Put the lid on and leave them for 5 to 10 minutes initially, and this is likely to take about 20 to 25 minutes to get ready, and we will keep an eye on them every so often. Effectively, what they're going to be doing, they're going to be simmering in their own steam, and that's why I didn't put an awful lot of olive oil, and they're going to be fairly healthy but also quite economic, as we do not need to have the oven on. So just keep the lid on. Also, I've turned it down to number 5. Let's do number 6. Let's get risky. Why not? There we go, multitasking again. While the potatoes are cooking, I'm preparing the Cavolo Nero, the kale. I have actually just washed it. This is very tender, and I'm going to just use as it is. But if you add large leaves, the likelihood is that this part in the middle is going to be much thicker, in which case I would actually remove it, but not today. So I'll cut it into strips, and I'll put them on one side in my bowl, which I've already washed from earlier. Also, I've got a mild red pepper, which I will be using for the Cavolo Nero. I will only slice a few pieces. Although it's mild, Julie and I have got this thing where I like it, she doesn't particularly, so we compromise on a little. I'll chop it, so hopefully she will not spot it. Unlikely though. Don't forget to keep an eye on your potatoes and give them a little toss here and then. As you can see, they're beginning to brown nicely. Again, I will be leaving them on number 5 temperature wise now, and put the lid on. They're noisy. I have peeled a clove of garlic, and I'm going to chop it into very small pieces now. This is all for the Cavolo Nero, of course. Potatoes are on the way, nearly done. I will leave them for a few minutes. I have boiled some water, not a lot, and I will be adding the Cavolo Nero to give it a little plunge. They will be in there for approximately 10 minutes. If you cover it, it will return to the boil much faster. So the potatoes are nearly done. In the meantime, I'll got some rosemary here. which I'm going to add. Always try and add herbs and spices at the end, otherwise you will end up cooking them and they will lose their taste and flavor. I'll chop it into small pieces. You can also use sage, oregano, whatever you really like, but I think potatoes and rosemary go very, very well together. They're done. I'm going to be adding some rosemary first. I have not put any salt yet, so I'm now going to salt my potatoes. Always add salt at the end when you're cooking potatoes. And I'll give them another minute to ensure that the rosemary releases all of its taste, and they will be ready. They smell nice already. Here they are, they're looking lovely, they smell wonderful. I'm going to put them into this oven-proof container to keep them warm. And I'll leave them on the hob. The hob is off, but just to keep them warm. After 10 minutes my Cavolo Nero is done. I'm going to drain it using a sieve, and I'm going to leave it here to just drain away for a minute or so until I get rid of all the water. You can also press with a wooden spatula to ensure that all of the water disappears. By the way, I keep the vegetable stock for cooking. I never throw it away. In worst case scenario, I add a little salt and pepper and drink it. It's lovely. So we're nearly there. The chicken is done, the potatoes are done, the Cavolo Nero is half done, and now we're going to be finishing it off. I will be adding a little olive oil in the same pan where I cooked the potatoes. I'll turn the heat on and add the garlic and the chili pepper. Once it starts sizzling, we can add the Cavolo Nero and mix it all together. Again, do not add any salt at this stage. I'll put the lid on and I'll turn it on a medium heat. This will not require a long time to cook, maybe 5 minutes max, as the Cavolo Nero has already been cooked in water. Now we are just going to give it the flavor of the garlic and the peperoncino or red pepper. Odore buonissimo. The smell is good. Nearly done. I'm going to add a little salt, and this time I'll let it cook without the lid on. The Cavolo Nero is finished. Remember them lemon slices I did at the beginning, the lemon zest? I'm now going to add it back to the chicken, which I've put it back on the hob to make sure that it's nice and hot, and I will add it and I'll leave a couple for later. Literally, this will not require more than a minute to give the chicken that zesty flavor. You can see the lovely cream as well. Tutto è pronto, everything is ready. So we are now going to be serving up. I've got the chicken here. I can see actually that there is enough for 3 people most probably. The potatoes are still steaming hot. They look lovely and crunchy. A few potatoes in there. Some Cavolo Nero. And a few pieces of lemon rind which has not been cooked to garnish it. And it's ready, è pronta. It looks really nice and tasty. A nice easy dinner. I will try one of each, of course. I'll start with the Cavolo Nero to see what it's like. Really nice. Still crunchy even if it's boiled for 10 minutes, and I can taste a little garlic and a little chili, which is lovely, and a potato. You could not tell that they were not done in the oven. They are just as nice, if not nicer actually. And the last piece we will do is a piece of chicken, lemon chicken. Smells lovely and it tastes just as lovely. Maybe I should try one of each together. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry to make you jealous. Delightful. Sorry, I'm eating and talking at the same time. Well, this has been really nice and very fun. I'm really enjoying myself since setting up the Tortellino channel late in November. As I mentioned in my bio, I'm now working part-time, specifically because I want to concentrate on my passion of cooking. So if you are enjoying my channel, I would welcome you subscribing, and really looking forward to do more over the next few weeks, months, years, who knows. Thank you very much for watching, and ciao for now, and have a good evening. Bye!